Changer. Ruth Gingsberg gets devastating news. Federal law requires. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg confronts calls from many corners to recuse herself from the High Court's considerations of President Donald Trump's brief travel ban order, given her expressed animus towards the CEO. The Supreme Court set Monday, June 12th, as the due date for the challenges to the travel ban to present their reactions. The Trump Organization has asked for sped-up procedures for the situation, which means a decision to lift or keep set up a Fourth Circuit order blocking implementation of the request could happen moderately soon. Ginsburg was an extremely vocal adversary of Trump's presidential candidacy, slandering him in the media on various events the previous summer. He is a faker. He has no consistency about him, she told CNN last July. He says whatever comes into his head at the moment. He really has an ego. How has he gotten away with not turning over his tax returns? Really? Let's take a look at Hillary's. At the point when asked by the Associated Press how the Supreme Court may be influenced by a Trump administration, she stated, "I do not want to think about the possibility, but if it should be, then everything is up for grabs." Days later, Ginsburg told the New York Times, "I cannot imagine what this place would be. I cannot imagine what the country would be with Donald Trump as our president. I couldn't imagine what the country would be with Hillary as our president. It's bad enough 8 years of Obama." She included that the possibility of Trump as president helped her to remember something her late spouse used to state. "Now it's time for us to move to New Zealand." Well, good riddance. She's still here, isn't she? She still hasn't moved? Greg Jarrett, in a piece for Fox News, notes that federal law requires that a New York justice shall disqualify himself or herself in any proceeding in which his impartiality might reasonably be questioned. He shall also disqualify himself where he has a personal bias or prejudice concerning a party. Moreover, lawyer David Weisberg, in an opinion piece distributed in The Hill on Monday, composes that the legal code of conduct is clear in regards to Ginsburg's hostility to Trump articulations and her need to recuse herself in the travel ban case, which makes total sense. The code expresses that a judge ought not publicly endorse or oppose a candidate for public office. The code further states that a judge should act at all times in a manner that promotes public confidence in the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary. On July 13th, the New York Times editorial board rebuked Ginsburg after her arrangement of hostile to Trump comments, expressing that Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg needs to drop the political punditry and the name-calling. After a day, Ginsburg issued an announcement. "On reflection, my recent remarks in response to press inquiries were ill-advised and I regret making them. Judges should avoid commenting on a candidate for public office. In the future, I will be more circumspect." The previous fall, liberals Harvard law educator Alan Dershowitz said that Ginsburg ought to recuse herself from all cases, including President Trump, given her past explanations. Jarrett finishes up his opinion piece. The noble traditions of the Supreme Court will be compromised should Ruth Bader Ginsburg decide she is above the law and beyond the scruples it demands. Absolutely. More power to Alan Dershowitz. At least he's bringing some clarity to every situation, you know? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.